Hi guys, it's me, Fraser, and this is my first video on this channel. Today I'm going to be doing my first series called Drag Kings vs Drag Queens. These kings and queens are not from Drag Race, considering the fact that there are no kings on Drag Race even. And I thought it was only fair to not put any queens from Drag Race on. I don't know why. I just prefer the non-Drag Race girls to get more, like recognition. So, yeah. Oops. Right. So first of all, for the Kings team, we have Landon Cider, who is the Kings team captain. Considering he is probably the most well-known king, because he was on Dragula, which is one of the biggest drag shows. So I think that he'd be the team captain because more people know him than any of the other kings on this season. Next up, with the backup team captain, Hugo Grrrl, who was the winner of House of Drags. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Landon Cider was the winner of Dragula as well, when Hugo was the winner of House of Drag, which is the New Zealand drag show. And yeah, he won, so that's what makes him the backup team captain. Now moving on to the other people in the team, we have Willy SmacknTush, who is, I think, Hugo Grrrl's stage director or something. We also have Boris Tudeth, who was a camper on Camp Waikiki. We have Tenderoni, who is an Instagram king. We have Rhett Corvette. We have Axel Andrews. And we have Spikey Van Dykey, who kind of basically tapped out of Love for the Arts. I don't know why, but he did. He was still on the cast. He started his own promo, but yeah. Alright, now let's move on to the Queens. So our first Queen, we have Priscilla Chambers, who is the team captain for the Queens, because she was on Dragula 3 and Dragula Resurrection, I think. And yeah. And I know a lot of people who really like her. Next up for the Queens, we have Saint Lucia, or just simply Saint, who is the backup team captain, who was on Dragula 2 or 3, I think. And she is also the winner of Dragula Resurrection, which means she will be on Dragula 4 as well. Others include Saltina Shaker, who is an Instagram TikTok queen. Yonce Banks, who was on... I can't remember. This is really bad. Look it up. We have also Selma Nilla, who was on Nailed It, Double Trouble with Laguna Blue. We have Erika Klash, who was on Dragula 2. We have Gvajardo, who was on Love for the Art versus Drag Queens Mexico. And she was on another, La Mastraga as well. La Mastraga 2. And finally we have Amelia Waldorf, who was on La Mastraga 2 as well. So here are our teams in full. We have Landon, Hugo, Willy, Boris, Tenderoni, Rhett, Axel, Spikey, Saint, Priscilla, Saltina, Yonce, Selma, Erika, Gvajardo, and Amelia. Let's move straight on to episode 1, the photo shoot challenge. I'm trying to base this off what the Queens and Kings have on their Instagram. A lot of them do have photo shoots. Well, all of them have photo shoots. So I based it off them. And this is the result. So the Queens team won that challenge, meaning that the Queens do not have anyone on their team eliminated. I'm so sorry. And the Kings will have to have one of their team members eliminated, putting them at a disadvantage. Alright, let's have a look at the Queens team. The safe Queens this week will be Priscilla, Saltina, Selma, and Erika. They aren't the best photo takers, so they are in the safe category. High queens will be Win, Gvajardo, Yonce, and Saint. They are the high queens because they can take photos, but not as good as Amelia Waldorf, who is the winner of this week's challenge. Now on the losing team we have Hugo, Landon, Tenderoni, Axel Andrews and Boris Tudeth as the safe people who can turn a photo shoot basically, but was put on the Kings team and unfortunately was put on a team with the people who had the worst photographs on their Instagrams. Low will be Spikey Van Dykey. He doesn't have that many photo shoots, and then the ones that he does, they're not the best, or they're out of drag. And then that means the bottom two is Willy SmacknTush and Rhett Corvette. Willy doesn't have that many great photos on Instagram, let alone photo shoots, and Rhett doesn't have very many photo shoots. That puts him at a disadvantage. So the eliminated queen this week will be Willy SmacknTush. I think I've seen Rhett lip sync before, and I think he's good. And he was at DragCon as well, so I guess he's good. Willy hasn't had his own stall at DragCon, and he isn't the best performer, so that means Willy SmacknTush will be eliminated. Alright, next up we have the DragCon episode, where the queens and kings, will probably have to do a stall at DragCon or something, or this is based off if they've gone to DragCon and whether I think they'd do well. And the winning team this week is the Kings. The Queens, some will be good at it, some will be bad at it, and the Kings have less people who will be bad than... Well, the Kings have more people that will be good than bad, and the Queens have more people that will be good than bad, but there's more bad people, if you know what I mean. Alright, so for the Kings even, oh my god, I keep getting the words wrong. The safe Kings are Tenderoni, Boris Tudeth, and Rhett Corvette. They wouldn't be the best at this, of course. I haven't seen Tenderoni do speeches or anything, so yeah, and they have to speak at DragCon. Rhett even has been to DragCon before, has had his own stall, but I haven't seen any clips of it. And Boris, I don't know if he'll be good at it or not. I've watched Camp Monokiki too. He seems really nice, but would he be good at DragCon? I haven't been to DragCon myself, so I can't judge, but yeah. High queens would be Axel Andrews and Spikey Van Dykey. Axel because he's been to DragCon before, and I've seen people liked him there, and also Spikey I think would just be really good. He just seems like a nice person and a cool person to just talk to. Also, he's a great lip syncer. So if he can give tips for lip syncing maybe. I haven't been to DragCon again. I don't have a clue about it. Well, I know what it is and stuff, but yeah. So the win goes to Landon Cider and Hugo Grrrl. I just think Hugo's a trans male and Landon is just really famous, so I think them two would be good at DragCon. Now it's time to go on to the queens. We have safe queens will be Priscilla, who probably will be Priscilla, Erika and Saint because they were on Dragula. Gvajardo is a winner of a different series. And Saltina just seems really nice and you'd kind of want to. She's really approachable. Low Beyonce because I don't know if she speaks English. She might, but I don't think many people know about her. I might be wrong, but yeah. And bottom two would be Selma Nilla because no one really knows who she really is. as a drag artist, and we need more recognition for her. Let's start hashtag follow Selma Nilla on Instagram, and also Amelia Waldorf, because she also is across the seas, and I don't know if she can speak English either. I don't think she can, so that puts her at a disadvantage. However, based on the track records, I think we're going to have to save Amelia, because she did get the win last week, and Selma was just safe. So Selma is eliminated. Episode 3 is the ball with the kings losing, and the queens on this cast can turn looks. They will smash her out of the park. Let's move on. Yep, that's right. I don't think anyone will be safe this episode. And I think Saint, Priscilla, Saltina, Yonce, and Erika would all be high, because they can all turn looks. Yonce is a stunning queen. Erika has a bunch of looks. Saint and Priscilla, large repertoires of drag, and Saltina will just come out of nowhere with a great looks. But I think the win would go to the two most fashionable queens of the season, Amelia Waldorf and Gvajardo. I think now in the kings, the safe ones would be Landon Cider. He will probably be able to turn looks. Hugo Grrrl, I just think, would just do great looks as well. Tenderoni is a very fashiony king, and Spikey, he might come out of the bag with tricks. Like, he might just pull out some amazing drag, because I know he does amazing drag, and it's all different kinds as well. And Boris is kind of like, he has like a small amount of drag repertoire, I think. But Rhett Corvette and Axel Andrews would be in the bottom too, considering that Axel doesn't really wear that much variety. It's the same, something around his neck and a thong, I think, usually, and some boots, and that's it. And Rhett just doesn't have the best fashion. But I think, based on track record, Axel would stay and Rhett would go. Meaning Rhett will be eliminated. Episode 4 is the 13th Artist Challenge. You don't know what this challenge is, probably, because I didn't think you would. It's basically freaky, creepy, that kind thing. So the kings would come in second place again and lose again. Oh, I forgot to put the animations on, but hey ho. Amelia is a glamorous queen. Yonce and Saltina, the same for them, so I don't think they can be creepy. The Dragula girls will all do really well. Also Gvajardo, I've seen her Instagram, and they have all good looks, but I think I have to give it to Saint, considering that she did win Resurrection, which wasn't a challenge season. I don't think. I've watched Dragula. Don't come for me. Let me know in the comments. But yeah. Moving on to the queens. The kings. Landon, Hugo and Axel would all be safe. Of course, Landon was on Dragula as well and won, so he can turn creepy looks. Again, Hugo just has lots of looks in his repertoire. And Axel, I just think, can pull out a creepy look. We can see it on his Instagram. He doesn't have a large repertoire, but he can pull something off. Low would be Spikey again, because he doesn't really have any creepy looks. If you look on his Instagram, it's all the beard and the hair. But I think the bottom two would be Tenderoni and Boris Tudeth, because I don't think they have very creepy looks, and Tenderoni can slowly lip sync. So bye Boris. So Boris is eliminated, and we move on to the Double Trouble. I think this will either be the makeover challenge, or it will be... It's either a makeover challenge, or it will just be like, find cooperative looks and do like a twinning kind of thing. So yeah, these are the teams that I think would choose. Well, I think the team captains will go with their... Oh, I forgot the word now. Backup captains. Yonce and Saltina have the same kind of drag, so I guess they'll go too well together. Tenderoni and Axel, considering that the three kings left were Tenderoni, Axel and Spikey, I think Tenderoni and Axel would choose each other, experience-wise and also track record-wise. Even though Axel doesn't have the best track record, I think it might be better than Spikey in my head. Then we have Erika and Amelia. Out of Erika, Amelia and Gvajardo, them two seemed like the ones who would get together, and also Spike and Gvajardo were on the same season, love for the art, so I think they'd go together. So yeah, the first save team is Tenderoni and Axel. They have two different styles of king drag, and yeah, I think Tenderoni could do his face on Axel, and I think Axel can do his face on Tenderoni. High would be Landon Cider and Hugo Grrrl, but they kind of do look quite similar, but Landon could pull off the little moustache thing that Hugo has going on in a lot of his drag, and Landon can do his creepy little thing on Hugo. So, I keep forgetting people's names to do. So the win, I think, will go to Saint and Priscilla. They have different skin tones. I think they might have a different body. Priscilla is currently a girl, and I think Saint's a male out of drag. So it'll be different, and also they're both creepy queens, so I think they could just stamp each other onto each other's faces, or like pick cooperative looks to go with each other. Alright, the next safe team I think would be Yonce and Saltina. I think that they are quite similar in a way, and I just think they could team up together and do something brilliant. The low team would be Gvajardo and Spikey. This may seem far-fetched because that means that... Erika and Amelia would be in the bottom two. I think it would be different for Spikey and Gvajardo because they'd have a harder challenge because one's a king, one's queen. But I think they could probably be able to pull it off because they know each other better than Erika and Amelia. That means we've got Amelia with 2 wins and Erika with no wins, and I think that Erika would be eliminated. Don't get mad at me, there might be a return challenge later on, and yeah, so you'll see. And that is the end of the video, but next episode, will there be a team switch? The gag of the century? The merge? You'll see next time. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Fraser. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Wait for part 2. It'll probably come out soon, maybe next week, this week, sometime soon. So stay in touch. Keep subscribing and push the subscribe button. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Also follow me on Insta. Fraser _ RuPaul's Drag fan, I think. Yeah. Oh, also I want to do a shout out to the thing that inspired me. I watch Butts' videos, BUCY, go subscribe to them. They're almost at 10k, or they might reach 10k. Go subscribe to her, and they or she, don't know about pronouns, but she does videos like this, the fantasy seasons. So go subscribe if you like this video. Go subscribe to Butsy, go subscribe to me, and I'll see you next time.